All right, welcome to No Rewind episode 2. And today we are going to introduce Chad a little bit. So, which honestly I'm pretty stoked about because I feel like we just kind of started hanging and I didn't always ask all the deep questions. So,
that's true.
I might learn
Not that
some
it's
stuff.
bad that you didn't ask deep questions, but it is kind of
yeah.
true just how things fell into place.
Yeah, so I might be learning just as much as anybody else.
Maybe.
But yeah.
Truck was really loud.
Truck be scooting by. So, and that's the kind of the cool thing about just being right in the middle of town.
True.
So, Chad,
it's nice.
I've known you now for like a little over a year.
That's it? That's crazy. Yeah.
A year and a half.
I think it has
maybe?
only been a year.
Max a year and a half.
Yeah.
But obviously, you lived a lot of life before that. So, start off just a little bit. Tell me, tell whoever is watching today where you grew up, kind of like Chad the child.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even think we'd go back that far. So I'll be thinking on the spot. I grew up in Indianapolis, and which is Indianapolis, Indiana, not Indiana at Indianapolis, but
Yeah, I always mess that up.
but yeah, I grew up with one sister. Grew up going to church, still doing that, which is great. Love the Lord, and was homeschooled, which not many people know. Which homeschooling gets a really bad rap, but I always tried to not give it a bad rap.
I think you broke the mold.
But yeah, pretty normal, just nothing super crazy growing up. My dad worked at our church, so we were super involved with church. Hated school with everything in me.
Yeah.
Like, me and my mom definitely butted heads, and she will admit that too. And yeah, didn't go to college, thank the Lord. Didn't have to go through all that debt and just hatred for school. But then fell in love with photography, and that was kind of my way through it all.
So even before we get into that, did you play any sports?
I swam for 1 year, which was
sick.
awesome.
Nice.
I played like sports as like young kid. I think I did soccer, did Upward, if you've heard of Upward, like basketball.
No.
It's like a church league type basketball thing. But yeah, honestly, one of my biggest regrets is not playing.
Playing more sports.
Yeah, in like middle school, high school.
Yeah, because you're like ESPN's like top 1% watcher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So
I would have. I wish I played basketball.
you probably can watch it so much because you didn't have the trauma of sucking at a sport.
Probably, honestly.
So that's what's up.
That's true. But yeah, I wish I did. So,
Nice.
but
Nice. So, okay, so you're homeschooled.
yeah,
Your mom is teaching you all the ways.
yeah.
I couldn't imagine what that's like. I love my mom, but that would be tough. And
It
then,
was great. It wasn't that bad, but
Yeah.
it was just I didn't like school. So
yeah. And then at what point did you, like, how old were you when you first picked up a camera?
2016. So I would have been like 15.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's funny is when I was younger, whenever I heard the word photographer or saw a photographer, I just thought it was like the dumbest thing ever.
Why?
I don't know.
Like as a kid?
I think my first initial thought is only girls could be photographers. I don't know why I thought that, but because I think I only knew girls that were photographers. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's whatever. Dude, I wanted to freaking be a Navy SEAL when I grew up.
Did you instantly associate photography with like school photos and like tacky backdrops?
No, because I never had that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that checks out. Yeah, because I could get that. Like, it's like the classic backdrop and school photo, and then you have like your
my mom
sports
still
pictures.
brings it up, but I hated getting photos of myself.
Yeah,
Like, I hated smiling for photos.
I feel like you still do a little bit.
I've gotten better.
Yeah,
But yeah. But I wanted to be like everything but a photographer. Like, I wanted to be a Navy SEAL at one point. That really worked out. But yeah, 2016 was the first time I picked up a camera because my friend Hayden was starting to shoot because of his friend. And it just clicked. I don't know why. It just clicked.
So you just had like some friends that were doing it, and you were like, okay, I'm gonna pick up a camera and see what's up.
Yeah, and there's like, do you want the more of the back behind the scenes with that?
Oh yeah, let's dive in, dude.
Okay. I guess, okay. Hold on. I just unlocked a whole nother memory. I didn't play any organized sports, but I skated for years. So I guess you could say that was my sport, even though it was just me. It was never good. It was me, Hayden, and Brandon, and it was the three of us that always went out and skated. I was the one who was the worst and would just eat it all the time.
Yeah.
But I tried. And then I got into filming them because my friend Brandon was really good. Hayden was good. He was really good too. And I was trying to film them. And then one fateful afternoon, I fell and busted out, or fateful night, I fell and busted out my teeth at youth group.
I remember this one. Yeah.
Right before youth group started, and had to get rushed to the dentist's office and was there for like hours as they were putting my teeth back in.
So when that happened, you were like, okay, I'm not going to skate too much, but I'll film the guys.
Yeah, and then I like started taking photos because I was like, what am I? Because I actually was like kind of freaked out at the board for a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was also months of like recovery, so I didn't pick up the board. So yeah, and then
checks out.
I fell in love with photography. So
I feel like there's a ton of photographers that emerged out of skating.
Yeah,
that's like kind of
there
sick.
is a lot actually.
Yeah, because it's such a cool thing, and there's so many like cool moments of somebody like 6 feet up in the air with their board under them.
I think that's crazy. Like the culture is you skate and you film what you're doing, and then that kind of translates into like my first camera was a GoPro, and I did video, which is hilarious because I have refused to do video up until like 6 months ago. So but yeah, that's kind of the gist of like when I first started.
So you started shooting with people, skating, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
What was your first shoot outside of that?
Maybe senior photos.
Okay.
But I also hated taking pictures of people.
So going in, you're like
for 2016, maybe until 2018. That's only 2 years. But I only took pictures of like landscape stuff.
Okay.
And me doing like adventures and weekend trips. And then I slowly started incorporating people, and then now it's all I like doing is taking pictures of people.
Yeah.
But when go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, at what point did you notice the switch? Like when you so now you shoot weddings. It's like you are shooting people, and it's like the most important thing. Yeah. But then even at vinyl, you're shooting the staff. You're shooting like people carrying out food. You're able to be a fly on the wall and capture moments even with guests in the photos, but it doesn't feel invasive. You're really good at that now. So it's like, was there a switch, like a moment where you're like, oh, I feel good about this now?
No, but maybe it's because I was such a shy kid and I was very to my own self and kind of emo, I felt like.
So you were homeschooled.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it was good because I just was good at observing everything without being the center of it all, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think there's a guy who we met with who, when I was starting to like fall in love with the idea, we met with him. And he basically was like, you'll never make it in photography. That's all I took from that conversation. I know he said more, but he was like your classic old head photographer. And this was like...
I was going to ask you his name, but no, I won't.
I don't even remember his name. But like he basically was like, you'll never make it doing like what you want to do, which was like landscape work. And I was this young kid, and I was like, dude, what? Like... So that kind of like killed the vibe, but I think that gave me the motivation to be like, no, I'm gonna do it. So I think that switch is what helped go like say, okay, I will do a little bit more than landscape stuff, but I'm gonna find my own avenue through it all.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy. Yeah, it's interesting.
I think about
how,
that a lot
like,
for some reason.
Anytime you're told you can't do something, it's like you almost just like want to thank that person. Be like, oh, thank you for the
Yeah.
motivation. You lit the
Honestly.
fire.
Honestly.
Like, watch this.
And then I helped him shoot a wedding, and I never got my SD card back.
Oh,
So the first wedding I ever did, I can't go back and look at the photos because he never gave it back to me.
yeah, that's tough.
So, yeah, he kind of, whatever. I don't know. I forget his name and where he's at, but whatever.
Silly moments, huh?
Yeah, so.
Dang.
But, and
So-
then, Eric, go ahead.
Yeah, now you're obviously shooting like all the time, shooting people. What is like, if you were to look back over your course of photography, is there like a specific moment or a specific photo that you're like, man, that was one of the most enjoyable so far?
I mean, my favorite photo to date is Daniel's new cover,
Oh yeah,
which nobody's seen yet.
yeah, that one's good. I've seen it.
You've seen it. Which is like kind of crazy to say because it's such a simple photo, but I think it just means a lot for everybody, especially now. Like, just as the months have gone by, I think it's just cool.
For sure.
So that one. But I think moment was when I first had a conversation with Steven Schultz before I moved to Chicago.
Okay.
I was up there visiting, just my friend Ben, I think, and I connected with him. We're skipping a lot of years, but I'd worked at a landscape company and was just so burnt out and like sick of it and ready to leave. Just because it wasn't anything against the company or my friends there. I just was like, I need to do something different.
Yeah.
And so we went to Chicago and I met with Steven, and like that conversation really was like, oh, whoa, I'm seeing people actually do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, okay, this can be reality. And then a year later I moved to Chicago. So I say
sick.
that those like that photo and that moment were the two biggest.
Yeah. So, okay, you picked up your first camera when you were 15. When did you move to Chicago? How old were you?
20?
20.
No, 21.
Okay. So
Something like that.
when you were 20, was that conversation with Steven? A year later, at 21, you moved to Chicago.
It was something like that, yeah.
And what was that like? Like, you moved to this big city. You have, what, one or two friends there?
Yeah. I moved to live with my friend Ben with no work lined up. Actually, one job that was 3 months down the line. So I moved in July, I think, and had nothing. Like, I didn't even have a connection. I had enough money saved that I could last to the end of the year, which was like 4 months.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even get connected with Creative Club and any of those guys till the next year. So for the first 4 months, I truly was just like winging it, just trying to find work, helping people where I could. It was brutal, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Thinking back was like kind of crazy, but yeah, and that was like the best decision for sure. So
Yeah. It's interesting. It's like when you're in the middle of it and you're in like a deep, like low point, essentially. It's like, okay, this is make it or break it.
yeah,
And it's like you're down to the wire. And
Yeah.
somehow things came together. With no plan, you move and it comes together.
yeah, it definitely was like even the planning to go there was last minute because I decided 3 months before.
Yeah.
And then moved out of my friend's house because he got married, lived with my parents for a couple months, and then moved to Chicago. So, yeah,
Nice.
it was crazy.
So the first 4 months you're in Chicago, you're just hustling, meeting anyone you can, trying to find gigs.
Yep. Building my website, which took forever. But, like, I had no money, but I spent, like, $500 on a course. And it changed my life. It was, like, the best $500 I ever spent. But those first couple months was just, like, rice and beans.
So how did you come out of that?
Just the time. I like kept going. I didn't give up.
Yeah.
Which sounds so like don't give up, but it's true.
Yeah.
And then the connections just started to fall into place. And then I got connected with Creative Club, ran their podcast, Rally Caps, and then just went and helped them and grew through them. So
Cool. So you had a community, basically, rally.
Yeah.
And that helped
relationships were key for sure. I wouldn't
Yeah.
have done it without it. So
And that's how you got into wedding photography?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sick.
The first, which I connected with, I worked with Gene before I like was officially with the studio. But yeah, I was just like working with wedding photographers. That's honestly the easiest way to make money is second shooting in Chicago because you could literally book every weekend if you wanted to. So yeah, I was just doing weddings every weekend.
That's cool.
Making $300-400 and then living off that. So
Yeah. Nice.
yeah, so
That's sick. So then you meet Nikki.
yeah, so we're really jumping ahead.
Did I skip too much here?
Not really. Yeah, Chicago life was up and down for 2 years. So
Okay. And then you meet Nikki.
yeah,
How did you guys meet?
she DM'd me or like slid up on my stories.
Okay.
And we had a couple connections, mutual connections.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was not really looking for anything, but something just kept, like the first time she messaged me, and then like 2 months later, we started talking.
Okay.
So there was a gap.
Yeah.
But she like, through that time, slid up a couple times.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, and then that's why I'm here.
Yeah. So you meet Nikki.
Yeah.
It was your first time actually hanging out when you came to Ohio?
No, we had hung out in Indy
Okay.
at that at our local camera shop and spent like a day together.
That was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She drove your truck. to
Yeah.
Indy.
Yeah. Yeah. Little did I know she was meeting you there. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't even. It's so funny because I just remember when Nikki was like, "Hey, I have a friend coming. Can he stay with you?" I think, and I
Yeah.
was like, I don't think so this time. You ended up staying with our other friends, Sarah and Jonathan.
Yeah.
But she was just like, yeah, just a friend coming. I had no clue you had a little date even before that. I thought it was like your first time meeting in person.
Yeah, no.
That's hilarious.
Dude, I wish I could remember that trip more. That first trip here.
Yeah. It's probably
And
quite
like
the
what
blur.
my first thoughts of Courthouse were. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, my first thoughts of you, I remember you were chilling on your laptop and you were working.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this guy's like, he keeps looking back at his computer. I'm like, why don't you just talk to me, bro? You were locked in, dude. You were working on something. Now that I know you, it all makes so much sense.
Yeah. But also I think we were both a little standoffish.
Yeah, probably, for some reason.
I think it switched when we told you we were actually staying in Courthouse because we were going to move to Chicago
Yeah.
because I was still living there.
Yeah, Nikki
I was driving
came to me. She was
12
like,
hours round trip
just
to come
wanted to
to
let
town.
you know that after the wedding on this day, I'm going to move to Chicago. I was definitely like, oh,
Yeah,
dang.
because she had just started at Vinyl.
She was there for like 8 months, but
Yeah,
But I
But I
definitely
think-
was like excited about having her there.
Yeah.
And for the future of having her there too.
I think as soon as that conversation happened, though, I felt like there was a switch
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is
where
You're gonna be
like,
around.
yeah,
Yeah.
both our walls started to come down.
yeah.
Not that they were put up for any bad reason or anything, but just
No, I think it's just natural.
Yeah.
In the season of life.
yeah,
So you meet Nikki, and then you guys are going to move to Chicago, and then something fell through, right? An apartment
yeah,
fell through,
yeah,
and you decide to move to Washington Courthouse.
yeah.
Dude, you were like a city guy. What was your like first? Were you like, oh boy, how's this going to go?
I was definitely hesitant
Yeah,
because I don't know. I still think about Chicago daily. I miss it like crazy.
for
but
sure.
it's just, it got so expensive. And the thought of starting a family where my job is so up and down, even though there comes with a lot of consistency because of the connections, there's no consistency. And then Nikki having to find a job because she would be leaving Vinyl was like, okay, that's so stressful. And rent would have been like over $2,000 a month for literally a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
So we were just like, all right, let's just go to Courthouse. I think we originally agreed to come back, but then we were just gonna do like a year.
Yeah.
Because we were just like, let's just give it our first year, and then we can decide and see how it goes. So
yeah.
but it's still come with us going to Chicago a lot. Like we still have probably 7 trips there this year.
Yeah, which is cool.
A gnarly drive. I'm so sick of it.
But, yeah, the drive, but that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So, what's it been like in terms of adjusting and connecting in Washington Courthouse? Like,
it's been hard because a small city. Like, I'm not relying. I kind of just stuck with relying on Chicago work because it was just easier that way. And going from a big city to a small city, it's like hard to keep work up, especially here. But then we started helping you more, or I started helping you more.
Yeah.
And then just slowly started to build connections in Columbus, which has been cool. But I would say primarily still all our work is like in Chicago and back in Indiana. Yeah.
Well, it's cool having, like, in this small city of Washington Courthouse where I grew up, and like I want to see this community like grow and thrive and really be something special, not just for me, but for all the people here and for like young people here that are like, really, I want people to one day like graduate high school and be like, sick, I can't wait to stay in town and do some cool stuff here,
Yeah.
Because I grew up with this mindset of like, okay, I'm going to get out of high school and then I got to go.
Yeah.
I got to get out of here. And a lot of people feel that way. And that is like, I totally get it, but it's also tough because it's like parents lose their kids. You know what I mean? It's like everybody moves.
Totally.
And then as a community, I think we feel that because it's like everybody's moving away. And
Totally.
So having you here, it's cool even on that mission side of things, because it's like it's another person bringing some skills and some vibes and some different things that is like city Chicago, and you're bringing that here and helping like pave the way here for what this community can really offer. And like right now you're doing that just for vinyl, but I think that is felt in a bigger way.
That's cool.
It is cool. And so does that kind of thing excite you? Like, are you like, this is cool that I can like bring this Chicago element to this area, or what's that like for you?
All right, sorry, we had to take a little bit of a break to switch cameras, but you asked, does it
excite you to bring like your Chicago city vibes to a place like Washington Courthouse? It's like, just it doesn't have that yet, you know.
It definitely does, because we're very much on the same page with stuff. Like, you've already kind of set that tone that you want to bring like New York in big city, not in like a bad way by any means, but just bring that not necessarily culture, but like kind the vibes.
Culture.
Kind of.
Yeah. Culture's a good word.
Okay.
And it's not that Washington Courthouse isn't great.
No.
It's just that I grew up here feeling like we were deprived as a community. So, and I feel like a lot of people in the community feel that way. And then I definitely remember like growing up thinking that if I wasn't going to be like a nurse or like an engineer, you know what I mean? You don't really realize it. Like, there is real careers in photography, especially in an area like this.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, it definitely excites me. And like the things that we're building, and like we were talking earlier today about ways to grow the things in town that we're doing. And it's just, it's exciting.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So what's what's kind of your most exciting projects right now? What's some stuff you're working on that you're stoked about?
Honestly, this has been a fun one.
Yeah.
Especially like seeing the support so far has been fun.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's cool.
So thank you. Because podcasts are hard. I think a lot of people jump into it like, oh, let's blow this thing up so we can make money. That's not what we're doing. But it is hard because it's a grind. You got to show up. You got to put in the work. But it's been fun. Like, we did one episode and like seeing people react was fun. So
Yeah, it's definitely not the most comfortable thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it stretches you.
So this year is pretty big because I'm taking a little bit of a step sideways, a little outside of the weddings. We're still shooting weddings, but with Nikki helping me now because we shoot them together, there's a little bit less weight on my plate.
Yeah.
So I want to fill that back up with more commercial stuff that I've been wanting to do for years, but just one, I was too nervous to break the mold of weddings. But this year I'm just like, let's just send it.
Yeah.
No rewind, baby.
No rewind. Yeah. So already this year, you've kind of you've put it out there a little bit. Like, hey, this is kind of like, I'm still doing weddings, still would love documenting your day, but you want to expand your photography.
Yeah.
And so, like, the last couple of months you've been doing stuff for vinyl. This year already you've set up a new backdrop. You like did the new coffee bag photos, stuff like that. What other kind of projects are you looking forward to?
Daniel Spriggs.
True. Yeah.
It's a big one, which we'll have him on soon to kind of have him share what he's doing. But that's a big one because that's been one that we've been working on for over a year now. I started helping him a year ago.
Yeah.
Just with photo content stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like this year it's completely dependent on him. We're just there to support him and help him grow. But it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, all right, this is going to do something really cool. Not that it hasn't done anything cool in the past, but it's going to reach a different level. So
yeah, it's exciting.
That's a big one. And then just growing personal brand, like in a way that's different, that's not wedding focused.
Yeah.
So I'd say those are, I don't really have like a big project, like one specific one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess vinyl too.
What about Vessel? Vessel Studios, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's still, I feel like it's still a big dream, which is like the studio that we're going to build. But I think there's just been roadblocks.
For sure.
Specifically with money.
Yeah.
That just makes it hard to like see it happening, which I know it's going to.
Right.
But it's just going to take time.
Some time.
Like we said earlier, there's things we talked about even today that are going to make it seem more realistic.
Yeah.
So maybe that's going to happen soon.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, it's going to be a good year.
Sick.
Pumped for it. But yeah. Anything else?
Oh, man.
Branson's a little sicky.
No, just a little bit. So, but that's not stopping us, baby. So, okay, we've talked a lot about your photo stuff. I heard that you also like blew up for Legos recently. You want to talk about that, bro?
It's the dumbest thing ever.
That's so funny, though.
Yeah, I sound like such a nerd. I got like a dream Lego set for Christmas. Nikki saved up all year last year to get it for me because it was expensive, and it took me 3 days to build it, and I filmed a silly little video. I think I filmed it 2 days before, and then I posted it. I posted it when the project was done. So I've been sitting on this video. I was like, I'll make a video. I posted it and got like, I think it's getting close to 200,000.
That's crazy.
Which is just so dumb. It's so dumb, dude.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool.
I think it, on like a serious note, it gave me the confidence to go into this year. Because I posted it at the end of last year, which was only a week ago. And it kind of blew up before the end of the year. So I rode that wave going into the new year of like, oh, I could share fun stuff that's more me instead of fitting into like this mold to keep up with all the other wedding photographers. So it gave me that like confidence of like, all right, this year is going to be a year. I'm just going to send it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I feel like there are like so many people are, and it's a great thing, but so many people are kind of promoting like what they do for work. Mm-hmm. But it's funny, like you share like one little snippet and it's just like your personal life downtime, like
Literally.
basically your therapy session for
Literally.
the month, and that blows up. So dude, it's definitely exciting. It's like you can just be yourself, you know. Even I was like, dang, like we really should just be ourselves.
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah.
this like. It also gave a boost for this podcast.
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't have to be so cookie cutter serious all the time.
yeah.
So,
So, and then I want to hear a little bit about this Visco project too, because I saw
Yeah.
like you posted up some stuff from that. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. That happened last year, which you helped with it. It was in your backyard.
Yeah.
Freaking
But I feel like you're
Angel made
downplaying
it.
some of your stuff.
Angel made it in the video. But yeah, Viscos have been a huge part of my career. Up in like when I started posting on there before Instagram, not really, but like heavily on there. Met some of my best friends through the app, but we've been able to work several times where they've like licensed some of my work on a handful of occasions, which has been huge because it's literally gotten me out of debt, which has been awesome. Like they hit me up last year when Haley was running the race.
Yeah.
I got an email and they wanted to like license 5 photos, and literally the day before we were like, I don't know how we're gonna pay the bills.
Yeah, it's pretty. That was wild.
So
that
that-
timing was crazy.
And then that led directly into, I don't know, should we call it the Red Wall shoot? But they licensed me to, is that the right word?
Hired you.
They hired
Commissioned?
me
Yeah.
commissioned to help with their launch of their app.
Yeah.
So that was like,
That was sick.
that's probably my favorite achievement so far because I don't know, Visco is like the OG. Like, it's been so cool to get connected with like the co-owner Greg. I've messaged him a couple times, and just so many photographers that are huge and that have done so much for the world, especially in the photo world, started from Visco.
Yeah.
So it's cool to like be able to say I did a project with them, and
Yeah, I thought it was sick.
yeah, it was
And
fun.
the video that they put together of like that day and the photos and
It was fun.
everything, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. It was fun because that was another moment where we were able to pull together the people that were here in town and just have them help on a project, which was cool. So I want to do more of that. Like,
Yeah, those are always the best projects.
Yeah.
Like when it brings everyone together.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a fun one.
That
I
was
would
fun.
love to do more with them, but we'll see. But I think that also gave the boost for this year of like, all right, let's do more commercial stuff. Let's broaden the horizon. And that was like, okay, people see me for more than just a wedding photographer.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
yeah.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to share with the world, with our friends watching today?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
This
cool.
is fun.
This is fun.
You're up next.
I'm up next, dude. So now you guys know a little bit more about Chad.
Yeah. We're going to do your pod next week. Get it up next week.
Yeah.
Just, we wanted to
Talk about vinyl.
Yeah, we want to start it out. We wanted to start out this like podcast by one like an intro and then two pods on each one of us separately. That way people could like know who we are separately. But then going forward, we're just gonna continue to
Chat it out.
chat it up. So, but yeah, thanks
Sick.
for watching.
Cheers.
He's gonna go sleep for a while. See you guys.